before the comma. Welcome drama with open arms. Coke boy, peep the lineup. I'm talking tango and cash. Hit the bank, no mask. Out the freezer, cold cash. Put Grammy winners in cabs. Never happened twice. Gotta take a chance. Never end, never start. Got cars that never start. No plan B, can't sleep. My mind racing. Brown paper, put it underground. Build the foundation.
All right. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. You know, I was going to Randa Markos' social media, and you know, I went to Instagram and Facebook to go ahead and drop the message because we're trying to get up some kind of interview time, and it's crazy, man. You know, I'm looking at her social media, and Randa Markos got a lot of haters. Like, what, are you serious? Like, I was looking at this. And I'm floored because I'm like, man, what they hating on? And so, you know what people are hating on her about? The majority of the people, they're hating on her about her 7-5 resume. Which, when you look at her resume, you know, I'm sitting here thinking, what are these people talking about? These are casuals. They got to be, because when you look at Randa's resume, it's like Randa has been in a lot of tough fights. Most of the fights that she's fought in her career has been somebody who's definitely, you know, a tough fighter. Like somebody you can put them in there with anybody and they'll give anybody hell on wheels. And, you know, and one person I did respond to, I was like, well, you know, I mean, how can somebody who's 7-5, how can she suck when, you know, she's fought the likes of Rose Namajunas, okay? She fought Felice Herrig. I mean, she fought with Justine Kish. I mean, she lost to, Alexa Grasso. I mean, she's fought a lot of different, like, top-tier fighters. And it's not like she's taking on weak opposition. I mean, she's actually taking on most of her opponents. They're tough. Now, early in her career, you know, even, you know, with her pro, you know, before she even went pro, man, she was fighting like the Rose Namajunas, the Felice Herrigs. Then, you know, she fought with Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I mean, you look at her resume, her strength of resume is strong. Now, even if she didn't win all the fights, I mean, Randa Markos is not she ain't turning down fights. That's what the problem is with a lot of these girls. The reason why their resume is so good to the people that don't understand and don't know much about fighting is because they turn down fights, or they don't want to fight certain people, or you got managers that's, you know, they settling on fights against people to help build up their fighter's resume. That's what's going on, if you really want to be frank. See, at least, you know, the reason why I support Quiet Storm is because she works. Some people may not like it. You know, ain't people talking about, you know, well, I don't like her hair color. Well, that's a stupid reason. That's a stupid reason not to like somebody. You know, I thought we all talking about the fighting game here, but, you know, you got a lot of people that's real superficial and just looking at crazy different things besides what did this girl bring to the table. You know, Randa Markos brings a flair. Okay, she brings a flair to the whole game. She's different. You know, she's different, and even the way she interacts, you know, her whole mindset is, you know, I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it the toughest fight that I can give, and I'm not going to stop till my hand is raised. That's how she fights. You know, this girl got heart. And it's amazing, man, how, you know, people just pick and choose, or they find little stupid things to want to, like, really nitpick about on certain fighters, like Randa Markos, you know. Randa definitely going to always have my full support because she does exactly what she's supposed to do. She works. And she's putting in the time, and she's trying to endeavor to be the best fighter that she can, you know. I mean, the girl's been injured. She's going in there fighting with injuries, like most fighters, but she's not complaining, man, you know. And a lot of times she's outmatched, and she's come out on top on some of those occasions. But, I mean, she don't have nothing to be ashamed of, man. And you got people who, they sitting back, man. They ain't doing jack with their life, you know. I mean, think about it. How many times has Randa Markos been on TV, you know? And the average person, they ain't going to be on national TV like that as many times as Randa Markos been. But you got people, they sitting back, and all they can do, they can't find nothing about the girl. Like the fact, oh, okay, wait a minute. So you fighting all these tough opponents. Yeah, you be 7-5 too if every last one of your opponents, you know, is somebody that could easily crack the top 10 in a matter of minutes. And really, when you look at Randa's resume, you look at, like, how many top 10 opponents that she's fought. You know, you look at it. I mean, I know she fought Rose, and I know she fought, you know, I know she fought Tisha Torres and Rose early in her career, but look at them now. You know, Tisha Torres, that's a top 10 opponent. Rose Namajunas is a top 10 opponent. Karolina Kowalkiewicz is a top 10 opponent. And, you know, Alexa Grasso is quickly approaching top 10 status. Okay? Grasso is approaching top 10 status, you know. So, you know, Randa Markos has been in there with some very decent and notable fighters. But, you know, so you have these people, man, they don't care about the actual status. They don't care about, like, how people fight, what people do to fight well. They don't care about the technical masterpiece of some of these fighters. You know, they just want to look at the obvious, or what they, you know, what they appear to be a negativity, which is not. It's not. So shout out to Randa Markos. Shout out to Randa Markos for just, definitely, doing what she's doing anyway, despite people that's trying to bring her down. Because we know that there's a lot of people out there like that. But this girl, man, look, even, you ask any of her coaches what they say about her, they ain't gonna tell you, well, Randa lazy. Randa don't want to put in that work. They ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna say, you know what? I see Randa every day. Randa always in the gym. We got to tell Randa Markos to go home, See, people, Coach, why you like Randa? This is why. This is why I like Randa Markos, okay? This is why. Because she's a throwback fighter. Randa ain't getting there. Randa ain't become 75, by fighting, like lightweights. I mean, she fighting people that can actually fight. And, that's it. Go look at your favorite fighter. Go look and see, if they 10-0, If they 10-0 or if they 15 or if they anything, how many tough fights have they had? Like literally. And I invite the casual fan to really look at that, okay? Because some fighters, they don't have the resume, but they up there. Now some fighters have gotten in the top 10 by fighting, lackluster opponents. And it's the way of the fighting, it's the way of fighting. That's how it works sometimes. But Randa Markos isn't one of those people. And I think that, the UFC to drop the girl down, for what, 5 spots, drop her down to number 14. I thought that was completely blasphemous and asinine, the way to do this girl, man. And all this girl does, man, she is an entertaining fight every time she fight. So she not, making the crowd boring, okay? She's going to give you a entertaining fight. And this is her reward, man, for fighting hard. Easy work. But this is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.